Pete here with the River Kings, and today we're talking about the most important and probably most overlooked item I take on all my kayak camping trips, and that is my dry bags. Over the years, I have used a ton of dry bags of all different sorts, kind of fabric-y ones, a little bit more thin rubber, PVC, the old Sea Line Baja, the Ascend, top brand, mid brand, cheap stuff, Amazon bags. I've used everything. But today I've got a new one for you. My buddy Gatewood Brown, another YouTube creator, has started the Remote Designs venture, and this was his flagship product here. It's a 28-liter zip backpack dry bag, and it's really cool. If you want to see where this bag kind of came from in its concept, check out right up here the pack rafting video I did with Gatewood. Where he used his Yeti dry bag, and it was just a little too much bag for the trip. Although it did well, it was just too big, too heavy, and way too expensive for the regular customer. So he developed a smaller, much more affordable backpack dry bag for his own needs, kind of based off what he was doing and how he likes to kayak camp. Now, the bigger Yeti bags would not work for what I do in almost every scenario, but this one is small enough to fit into my rear hatch on my Yukon Expedition. It's pretty comfortable. Just throw it right on there, and I've been wearing it around, using it at different events lately, doing things. I just throw it in there if just anything I'm doing that I need any kind of backpack or a bag to kind of keep things together. I've been using this, and it's worked out really good. Really awesome little bag, but that's not why we're here. Gatewood has another item with Remote Designs, one that I will use and have used on every single trip I've ever taken since I've started kayak camping, and even before when I was doing some canoe camping and things like that. So Remote Designs is now offering their 20-liter roll top dry bag, and frankly I love it. It is 420D TPU, which is like a PVC, but in more environmentally friendly fabric, and it doesn't release toxins, that sort of thing, which I wasn't actually even aware the PVC was doing. It does come with a shoulder strap for those of you who like to accessorize on the town with your dry bag. The first thing I do when I get a dry bag that has one is to take that off and throw it over here in a box with the other ones that I will keep for some time before getting rid of them, because I'll never use it. But it is a neat thing if you need that. I just don't need it. If you watch the channel, you'll know that mostly nowadays I am a kayak camping sort of guy. And we've been doing a lot of kayak camping over the last 10 years. However, over the course of my life, I've done an incredible amount of camping of every kind you can imagine, from up in the Arctic to tropic environments, from out of canoes to backpacking to hiking to getting dropped in by planes, all sorts of things. And that's allowed me to see pretty much all the camping systems and all the components to everything that are out there. And there's a lot of ways to skin the cat. So when I'm coming into kayak camping, this is the kind of bag I'm looking for. And size-wise, the 20-liter is a jack of all trades. It's just big enough to put one of every major component in there. You can fill it up with a decent amount of clothing, but it's not so big that you can't get it into your kayak.
Let's hear that one more time.
But it's not so big that you can't get it into your kayak. I do employ a couple 10-liter dry bags, one for the hammock and that sort of thing, and I have a 12-liter I've really been enjoying lately. But I have probably 10 of these 20-liter bags from all the different brands, and that is just the right size. Fits well into your hatch spaces, front and rear. You can get multiple bags in there. For example, this is just a snug pack underquilt, and it's about the same size as every other underquilt or sleeping bag that you'll use camping in normal conditions. And this is the 20-liter bag. Fits right in there perfectly. Just push the air out of it. Roll it a few times. And there you have it. A sealed under quilt. Another reason for using this size bag is you don't want to have too many eggs in one basket in inclement weather. If this gets wet, I'll have a top quilt, I'll have all my clothing, everything is in a separate bag. If this bag for whatever reason fails, gets cut, gets lost, leaks, whatever happens, the other bag should get me through because I'll be able to use the gear in that bag that is not wet. All right, so also in my touring kayaks, like probably yours is, the fore and aft compartments, they have a bulkhead, they're sealed, they have a hatch. It's supposed to be waterproof. Don't trust it, things can happen. I've seen outfitting get ripped out of a boat. I've seen the bulkheads get blown out. I've seen people forget their hatch covers. I've seen cracks happen, leaks. I've seen everything that can happen that leads to water penetrating that boat. And if you're not all sealed up, you're gonna have a negative experience while out on that trip. So my recommendation is to have about 4 of the 20-liter bags, and that way you can pack in just about everything you need. If you don't need all the space, you just keep rolling it and it'll roll down to a smaller size bag. If you're in the market for one bag to suit your needs, 20-liter is where to go. So right now, Gatewood's got these for sale at $29 at Remote Designs. There'll be a link in the description. Go check that out. I do not get anything off the sales. He did send me this bag and the backpack as well. And I'll be using this on my trip. It is a great color, great feel, super high quality. And I have no reservations in recommending this bag to you guys. So the only thing I'll say is that in 20-liter bags, this is a 20-liter and this is a 20-liter, but these bags are not the same size. Gatewood's bag is the smallest of the other 20 liters. So I don't know who's coming up with all these measurements and how they're actually getting them, if they're calculating a certain amount of rolls. But of all the 20 liters I have, this one's just a little bit smaller than the others. That's not necessarily a bad thing because most of the time I'm pushing out extra air out of the others. I don't know what to tell you except that everything I need to pack in here fits in here. So that's just a little heads up. There are some size differences in dry bags between brands, all claiming to be the same size. So there you go, the Remote Designs Roll Top 20-liter 420D TPU dry bag. So if you're looking for a 20-liter roll top dry bag, give Remote Designs a look. Gatewood's a great guy, he's a good friend of mine. And at $29.99, that's not a bad price at all as well. Let me just boil it down. Any kayak camper can never have too many dry bags. Remote Designs, give it a look.